Please welcome, from Attentive, Director of Client Strategy, Dina K. Phillips, and Senior Client Strategy Manager, Lydia Del Rossi.
Hello, everybody. We are so excited to be here. My name, again, is Dina K. Phillips, CS Director of Product Operations and Enablement.
And I'm Lydia Del Rossi. I'm a Senior CSM on the Strategic Branch here at Attentive.
And between myself and Lydia, we have completed 7 successful Black Friday, Cyber Monday holiday seasons with Attentive. We have learned a little bit along the way, so we are really excited to share with you some key strategies for maximizing your holiday performance today. So we're going to start with a look back on holiday 2021, some of those top learnings, some predictions for holiday 2022. Lydia will walk us through some key strategies for maximizing performance. And before we leave, we're going to give you some concrete takeaways. It's a lot of information, but we want to make sure that you walk out of here feeling like you know what those next steps are to really get the wheels going. And if we have time, we'll get to some Q&A, but there's a lot of awesome content, so we'll do the best we can.
Play it by ear.
So first, we're going to take a look at holiday 2021 and point out some of the trends that we saw, as well as how we expect that they will inform things that we see this year. So first of all, this is top of mind for all of us. Inflation continued to rise. We saw discounts decrease last year from 2020. We do expect that to continue. So if you do have additional budget, larger discounts will make you stand out a little bit more among your messaging and your opt-in experience, and also gives a little bit more opportunity for some of your shoppers who may be feeling the recession a little bit more. So again, hitting everybody, we do expect inflation to sort of empower some of these trends, but something to keep in mind if you can't afford larger discounts. Last year, we also saw some challenges with inventory. We do expect that to continue again this year, so we'll talk about some tools that you can use, like back in stock messages. We also continued to see last year, and we will definitely see this year, more shifts back to some pre-COVID normal shopping behaviors. So more shoppers going in store. This will be the first more normal year we've had in a while. And finally, mobile shopping continues to increase and just become more popular. Last year, mobile e-commerce sales during holiday represented 43% of all online retail during holiday, over 88 billion. So this is a really good place to be, and you're in the right spot. So some things that we expect to be different this year, a few small predictions. With the recent Apple updates and all of the iOS 16 changes, we do want to make sure that our partners are front and center and are making it into that known sender inbox. So we'll be talking about our contact cards and how you can utilize those to make sure that you are always a known sender for your subscribers. Another thing on people's minds is Google, of course, by the end of next year, will be getting a little bit stricter with their third-party cookies. So that zero and first-party data collection will become really important using some features you've already heard about, and we'll talk about more like preference collection through sign-up units, conversational messages, things like that. And then finally, as shoppers move a little bit more in store, hybrid is the word. Shoppers want that hybrid experience both in-store and online, and there are a lot of great opportunities to incorporate that through SMS, things like driving subscribers in-store with geo-targeted sends, as well as buy online, pick up in-store type promotions. So we'll get into some of that as well. And then on the Attentive side itself, we're really proud of these numbers, but honestly, what excites me most is we expect that the growth will just continue for this year. But last year, we had about 4,000 live customers for holiday, and those customers drove over $830 million worth of revenue, double from 2020. And we do expect that to continue. Over 1 billion text messages sent, which was a really exciting figure on our side. I vividly remember in Black Friday 2018, where we hit like 10,000 or something like that, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, thousands of text messages in a day, you know, what's going to happen? And now we're seeing billions over the span of 5 days. And over 8 million new subscribers captured, again, just in that window from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday. One of the coolest things, though, are these conversion numbers. They are real. We always see high conversion from this channel, rates like 5% for campaigns, and they doubled during holiday. So this is the time to send. This is when your shoppers want to engage with you. And it's really just out there waiting to be taken advantage of. So Lydia will walk you through the how, and we'll get into the fun.
Thanks, Dina. So we're going to focus on 3 main segments today, or strategies to focus on. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about list growth. So you might be thinking, why is that so important? Why is that the first thing we're talking about? Well, simply put, the larger your list, the larger your potential for revenue and ROI. So when you're able to reach more customers, those messages that you're sending actually have larger impact, obviously. And you're also able to build those long-term loyalty and retention of customers during this time. The customers that you are getting now will be your customers for months and maybe even years to come. While you're collecting your subscriber base, though, it's really important to know that you can actually collect zero and first-party data to enhance your segmentation capabilities and your message sending strategy moving forward. So here's kind of a brief timeline on what you should be focusing on when. For some context, I work with clients. I don't know if I can't recognize anyone here today, but there might be some familiar faces in the crowd. I usually approach it sort of like this. So in October, you're really reviewing performance from previous seasons. Any A/B testing you've done, maybe go ahead and pick a winner, decide what works best for your brand, and then create and design those Black Friday, Cyber Monday units now. As soon as you have the collateral, whatever's going to be on site, go ahead and duplicate that within our UI with your on-site units, so that in November, they're ready to go. November should just be when you're firing, it's performance time. They should be ready and scheduled in the UI as soon as you can. In December, it's a really reflective time, but the shopping season has not ended. So you want to look at that Black Friday, Cyber Monday performance to see what worked well. How many subscribers did I obtain? Do I need to change the messaging to be Hanukkah or Christmas centered? Whatever works for your brand, make those pivots in December. So the largest resource to you to growing your list is really on site. Now, most of you might be familiar with these units already, but we have email and SMS units that pop up on site. We recommend the full page load, a partial if you need. The earlier the better. Really, first page load is what we recommend. Now, if you're thinking, I already got it, don't need it, well, then I might recommend trying out Spin to Win. Side note, I've had a couple of clients A/B test regular units with Spin to Win, and Spin to Win sometimes wins. So consider turning those on certain page views or even A/B testing it now. Now, I heard a question earlier about display rules. We actually have highly customizable and very configurable and easy to control display rules. So you can actually customize your sign-up units to render when you want them to. So incoming UTM parameter, cookie value, scroll delay. We can sync and play really well with whatever else you have on site, so please ask our Wycliffe team or your client strategy manager for help here.
Yeah, and I would also add, as Lydia said, the display rules are really set up in a way that you can control that on-site experience. So whether you have a lot of other things going on your site or you just have a particular journey in mind, you can do it yourselves, and of course our team can help you out. A lot of those new display rule configurations, they are brand new, so if you're less familiar, you don't know how to add that cookie, you can't figure out the UTMs, you can't figure out how to put something on a second session or a second page load, definitely reach out to our team and we'll help you. We'll also talk more about this in a moment, but with Spin to Win, we just yesterday released these for our landing pages as well. So I know a lot of you out there already love Spin to Win and you wanted to use it offsite as well. And then the last piece I would add here for this group, Lydia mentioned email and SMS. It is our best performing capture option. We know we have partners out there who have not captured email with us in the past because your international email collection is really important to you and you're collecting email in a market that isn't yet supported for SMS. We just a couple weeks ago released international email capabilities. So if that is a concern of yours, definitely talk to our CS team. We can get you set up with gorgeous units that will work exactly as expected in the US and continue to capture emails from your international traffic and post those right back to your ESP. So definitely reach out to the team if that sounds of interest to you.
Really good point. And before we move on from this slide, I just want to call out two quick things. Absolutely have marketing and transactional opt-in at checkout. Now, this is super easily configured if you have a Shopify account, but also very doable if you have an API solution and a dev team via an Add Subscribers API. And then we've talked about this quite a bit already, but attribution collection is so important now because you're able to collect data immediately upon their opt-in. So on the far right-hand side here is a good example. What kind of coffee roast do you like? Light, medium, dark? you can save that and segment on it later. So, and also anecdotal yet again, I had a client test attribution collection with none, and their subscribers preferred being engaged with in that manner right away. So it actually had a higher conversion rate. So I highly recommend testing that.
I think that's one of the things that's so cool about SMS is subscribers want it to feel personal. They know when they get an email that it went to millions of people. There's something about a text that just makes it feel more personalized. And I, as a shopper, when I see the opportunity to put in my preferences, whether subconsciously or consciously, my thought is, oh, I'm not going to get the things I don't care about, right? I'm going to get the things I do care about. So I think there's a lot to be said for that, but definitely test. The motto for everything is what works for one brand may work differently for your brand, so make sure to test.
Exactly. So let's just kind of contextualize this. On-site opportunities for list growth is probably the most important thing you could be doing ahead of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But once you have that shored up, some more strategic opportunities here is off-site opportunities, right? So text to join, which you guys have seen probably, hopefully, all throughout when you were entering and checking in. That's text to join. QR codes, also really exciting and useful. Social media, deep linking, Instagram swipe up, those things are so successful and so fun. Tidbit giveaways work really well on Instagram. And then landing pages in your email footers, really anywhere that you're engaging with your clients in any capacity, you can leverage email and SMS collection. So a pro tip though, if you are a brick and mortar brand and you have in-store sign-up units as a possibility, go ahead and start shoring that up now, ahead of the holiday rush. So I get this all the time. Well, what works best? Is it a discount? Is it a percentage? Is it a giveaway? Well, we really recommend that, and this is not rocket science, the higher the dollar value, likely the higher the sign-up rate. It's a quid pro quo here. So we do recommend some dollar or percent discount, but if you can't offer that, no worries. Free shipping and giveaways work really well. And then I have a few brands I have worked with do not offer promotions. And you might be thinking, well, we're not going to offer that for email and SMS, so what do we do? Very easy. As Dina mentioned earlier, SMS is very intimate. So this idea of be the first to know, receive exclusive offers, become a VIP, these things work very well. And you can engage with your audience in that manner one-to-one.
They work even better, I would add, for holiday. Everybody knows that Black Friday sales are coming, and we saw a lot of brands in the past few years do things like sign up for text and you will get Black Friday first. And they literally text out the Black Friday deals before they're live on the site. It feels exciting, it feels exclusive, signups go through the roof, and it's really an extra reason to be on the SMS list, so that can be a good option.
And then quickly, some things to keep in mind. When you have creatives or whatever's happening on site, your sign-up units should reflect that. So keep in mind the collateral you have on site for holiday really should reflect on your on-site units. So now we're going to talk about the messages. So you've grown your list. Awesome. You have that on lock. So now we're going to talk about journeys and campaigns. I want to start with journeys because these are, in my experience, the least used, which is so ironic to me because they have the highest conversion, highest revenue potential, and they cost you the least. So there's many reasons to have journeys live, and we will talk about the best ones to turn on. But the reason why they're so effective is because you're meeting customers where they're at. So when they take an action, be it adding to cart or just purchased, or they need to be won back. That's a trigger, so you're meeting them timely. And then cut down on your manual work. Work smart, not hard. So if you can set these up ahead of time, this is just incremental revenue that this can be set up and it can keep going, and you don't ever have to touch it again. And then last, this is a marketing piece, but now we're going to talk quickly about transactional. Your customers need to know where their orders are. This is peak holiday shopping. So they really want to know, did their order ship? Has it been delivered? Is it at their doorstep? Is it delayed? You really need to have those live. Quick timeline, October, you must activate cart abandonment, browse abandonment, post-purchase, and transactional journeys. If you do not have those live, I highly implore you to get those live as soon as possible. And then activate whatever you want. We have magical journeys set up, so whatever segment a subscriber can fall into that you make in the UI, you can trigger a journey to continue after that. So that in November, you should be monitoring and reviewing that. Have them set up, have them live, and then see what works, maybe make some copy tweaks. In December, you're going to want to optimize based on performance from Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and update the language to reflect whatever holiday sales you have. So which journeys should I activate? First and foremost, make sure you have transactional journeys live. Now, the asterisk here, just to be clear, this is out of the box with Shopify. If you are on Shopify, you can literally turn these on within 5 minutes. Confirmed, shipped, delivered, refunded, very important. Promotional must-haves, marketing, right? Browse, cart, post-purchase, and checkout abandonment are so successful, it shocks clients. I'm like, listen, they're like, well, we don't have the budget for it. We're a little afraid of the ROI. Every time it absolutely kills. I'm talking 30, 40x ROI.
And I would just add, if you're looking at this list and you're like, I've done all of these, I've been doing them for years, we have so many more journey triggers that are a little bit more advanced that you can take advantage of. So I mentioned earlier, back in stock, we have win back, which can be really critical for holiday. We have the magical journeys, like Lydia mentioned, and so many more. So this is only the tip of the iceberg. If you want more, you want to get more revenue out of your program, get more engagement out of your program, check out our journey templates, our pre-built journeys, talk to our CS team. As Lydia mentioned, this is like the easiest to set up with the largest return. Exactly. So these are sort of the no-brainers.
Quick best practices, I'll keep it simple. Welcome new subscribers. You should share your contact card as discussed in the earlier session. Include an offer and a reminder, but always link back to your website. So browse and cart's a little different. That's based on a specific product or a product page that triggered that event. So you want to make sure to send that within the hour when they're most engaged, and link back to that specific product and cart page. And then create a sense of urgency in that text. And then for a post-purchase series, we really recommend that you wait at least 1 week after delivery. This is the opportunity to build loyal customers. These are the folks who will join your loyalty program, who will write reviews, and also this is the perfect opportunity to try to elicit that second or third purchase.
And one just piece that I would add here is if you are sharing your product catalog with us through one of our e-commerce integrations or through our API, for your cart journeys, you can choose to exclude someone who added an item to cart that is out of stock. So that's something that we really recommend during holiday. Nobody wants to get a message that says you added this to cart if they can't purchase it anymore. So we really encourage layering in some of those branches on product availability, things like that, to make sure that the experience is positive for the subscribers.
Absolutely. So really quick, I wanted to just chat through two strategic opportunities here. So if you've been there, done that, you've already set it up, I would urge you to take one of these two next actions. Automated conversational opportunities, super easy. Input, output. You ask them, text back 1, 2, 3, ABC, here is your preference. They text back a number or a value, and then you send them a gift guide or a FAQ or whatever it is that they need. We love these in a welcome series or a post-purchase journey. Of course, you've heard of our concierge opportunity. This is a new offering, and it's very exciting. I have a couple clients using it now. This is really the best time to engage your customers one-to-one. So this is a more strategic sort of option, but if you're sort of on the fence of, should I book that call, go ahead and book it now, and then maybe consider turning it on after holiday or whenever is easiest.
There's still time.
There is still time.
Start the conversation now, but there's still time.
Quickly to differentiate the two, because on client calls, I get this all the time. They're wondering what's the difference between conversational journeys and then concierge. So conversational journeys, like I just said, it's an X plus Y equals Z. That you have a template, they give you a response, you give a pre-built, premeditated response back. Attentive concierge, on the other hand, is literally a person talking to that subscriber. So think of it as more of a CX centered, and it's really great with higher consideration, more expensive purchases. So now we're going to talk quickly about campaigns. I think most of you probably spend, or your marketers spend most of their time in the UI doing this. These are your batch blast sends, full list sends. This is the best opportunity to break through the noise with timely text messages. You also want to make sure you're staying top of mind in your subscribers' inboxes, and then you can drive repeat purchases with these full blast sends throughout this promotional period. I think you should be focusing on campaigns all the time, and quite frankly, you probably already are. But if you were A/B testing in October, this is a good time to end those tests. Go ahead and assess, see what worked, what didn't, and then increase that message frequency. Opt-out rates, we'll talk about in a minute, do actually go down during Black Friday, and yet the message frequency goes up. Your clientele are waiting to hear from you. In November, schedule them. We have a campaign scheduler. As soon as you have that marketing calendar, get it in the UI, so you don't have to think about it. And then in December, send campaigns to those people who actually opted in during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Maybe change the tone, get a little bit more into the holiday spirit.
And we heard about that magic composer. Put it to use.
Put it to use.
If you're somebody who schedules a lot of bookend message sales for holiday, which we always recommend, sale starting, sale ending, things like that, the magic composer will save you a lot of time.
Absolutely. This is actually pretty similar to the Journeys section as well, but holiday messaging ideas, I do want to quick plug this. We have an incredible blog. We also have a resource called Texts We Love, and it actually has, I think, examples of every single one of these. So limited time offers or products, calendar a week of deals, gift finder quizzes, gamify it. We love a good gamification. You can also use that conversational component in your campaigns as well. And then, of course, less fun, but also very important, shipping deadlines. I have found personal experience that when you are upfront with your customers, they really appreciate it. So when you tell them, listen, you have to get your order in by November 15th, done deal, they respond to that.
Especially pre-Christmas.
Yes.
Shipping deadlines before Christmas is a big one.
Oh, absolutely.
And Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah. SMS writing best practices, we want you to be thoughtful and concise. Your consumers are probably getting a lot of info right now. So say what you mean what you say, have that clear call to action quickly and ready to click on, and then include that holiday-themed content. So we love a good emoji. We love a snowflake emoji or fall for now. And then use those personalization macros if you're on Shopify. So things like first name, product name, things of that nature. And then, like I said earlier, end with a clear call to action. Tell them why. Why are they clicking on that link? Click here to save. I know it seems trite, but it actually works very well. And then last, we're going to talk about segmentation opportunities. I want to be clear. Full list sends are going to give you the most revenue. Just technically speaking, it's just always the case. Now, if you're looking for ways to lift your ROI or to become more strategic, segmentation is a wonderful thing to focus on pre-holiday. It improves that personalization to increase engagement. You're actually speaking to customers based on what they've told you, be it through third, second, first, or zero-party data. You have information on your subscribers, so use it. Target high-intent shoppers who are more likely to convert and customize those holiday offers based on the criteria that these subscribers have given you willingly. So this seems pretty light, and the reason for that is segmentation actually really varies brand to brand. There's so much you can be doing with segmentation. So in October, we recommend try those 2 to 3 segments you were wondering about. Interested to see what subscriber base you have, slice and dice them up, and send them some messages.
I would say one pro tip for that as well for testing, if you really want to isolate the performance of that segment, try sending an identical message. So essentially clone your campaign and send the same exact message to different segments. That way you'll be able to see very clearly after the send, did my high ROI shoppers or my VIPs perform differently than those who maybe haven't clicked in 90 days, something like that. Just becomes a lot easier to slice and dice if you do it that way.
That's a pro tip. And just a quick note, Dina used to work on the CS team as well, and I've seen her do this in action, and it works really well. So
it's a secret.
It's a secret. In November, you should be reviewing performance and just have those segments ready. I'm sure you've seen a trend. November, just be ready for action. And then December, make segments based on Cyber Week behavior. It's actually an exciting time. December is like a transformation time for your list because you grew it due to that site traffic and that incoming influx of email and SMS. You have all of this criteria now, so start playing around. Some high ROI segments that work really well, and I actually think we have templates for these. Recent subscribers who haven't made a purchase, high intent shoppers, engaged subscribers, your VIPs and loyalists, and location-centric. I would go ahead and start playing with these as soon as you can. They're always going to be high ROI and very effective. Many of you have probably thought, we have been in the game for long enough, we have those, what next? Well, segments from integrated tools. These are segments based on a product catalog API that we can ingest. If you're on Shopify, this is even easier to do. So product data segments, loyalty segments, et cetera. And then we also have segmentation based on custom attributes. And these are things like the zero and first party data we've been talking about. These are things like what preferences they have, where do they live, what have they told you. They want to give you that data. Start speaking to them thusly.
Awesome. So we know that was a lot of information and a lot of detail. So we're going to try to have you walk away here with some actionable next steps so that you feel really good about what happens next. So first of all, the theme from here is just take stock. Take stock of what you already have, make a plan for holiday, and stick to it. And if you have a designated CS rep, that person can help hold you accountable. Share your plan with them, and they will follow up with you on it. That is what we're all here for, and a successful holiday for any one of you is a more successful holiday for us. So first, really define your goals and KPIs. That's action item number 1. Figure out those business goals. Take SMS out of the picture if it's easier for you. Think about, what are my business goals for this holiday season? Maybe it's your first holiday season with SMS. You don't have an SMS goal yet. That's okay. Tell us what your overall business goals are, and we'll figure out how to help you achieve them through SMS. So that's number 1. And also really think about some of those risk factors. Any of those risk factors are also going to be relevant for a successful holiday season. Action item number 2, we've talked about it a lot. We'll keep saying it. Test, test, test. Figure out what you want to test. Turn it on. The sooner the better. You have time, but it's October. So next month is November. We want to learn as much as we possibly can in the next several weeks so that we can really optimize that performance for holiday. Action item 3, I mentioned a calendar. Plan it out. Some of our most successful partners literally have a calendar with all of their messaging, all of their sign-up unit schedules, and they share it with us, with each other. So you can start doing that now. Of course, you can always tweak, but make sure that you have those sign-up units scheduled in advance, those campaigns scheduled in advance. It really makes your life easier during what is often a stressful time in this industry. Action item number 4, again, we've mentioned it a few times, but you want to make sure you get those contact cards set up. We want to ensure that your messages are always going to that primary inbox as a known sender. So that's something that you should do sooner rather than later. Increasing that message frequency, Lydia mentioned this as well. I love this visual on the right. On top, you can see a direct correlation between the more messages sent and revenue made from those messages. And the maybe more surprising one is to see that opt-out rate going down as messages increase. So as Lydia mentioned, your consumers want to hear from you. They're ready to engage with you. They know they will be bombarded with all of these awesome promotions. So definitely don't be shy. More messages means more revenue. And finally, reviewing that performance using the tools in the UI. You can take a look back at last year. Our default analysis views allow you to compare period over period. So if you were live with us this time last year or in prior years, make sure to take that into account. And from there, you basically just get to watch all these numbers hopefully skyrocket in the next couple months. So hopefully you're feeling like you have some actionable tips from this today. And again, you can always follow up with our CS team if you have a rep or with
Please
our
ask us,
team.
use us.
Yes, use us. I don't think we have time for live Q&A, but if you have questions, find one of the folks in the Attentive jackets. We'll write them down. We'll email you answers. And again, just contact our team if you have any questions. Enjoy the rest of the conference.